Put it down.
Of course. SWTOR, isn't it?
I'm not here to talk.
What a shame.
Adair! Adair, are you receiving?
I'm here, Admiral.
No, you're not here. That is the problem. We were counting on you to stop an Imperial strike team on Ortrasi. They came in fast and overwhelmed ground security. Half their planetary defense grid is gone.
I'm sorry to hear that, Admiral, but this lead took priority.
Priority? Are you telling me your little antique hunt was more important to the Jedi than protecting Republic citizens?
Stopping Malgus will keep the Republic safe. We needed something to push our investigation forward. And I think I found it.
Well, I hope the price we paid was worth it. Rava out.
Get me the commander. It's urgent.
Would you look at that? Perfect timing.
Good, you're here. Didn't want to put this in anyone's hands but yours. Sorry. Some greasy Sith really didn't want me to have that.
How could you let yourself be put in that situation?
He didn't play fair. Son of a Minox spun a trap on me. But I wasn't about to let him get his hands on that. That belonged to Darth Nul. Took us ages to find it. But it was worth it.
Unless we know what this is, it's not much help.
And that's why I came straight here. Arn and the old man have been breaking their backs looking for patterns in what we know about Darth Nul, hoping to find another fortress. They must have read every report on Nul at least 20 times apiece. They finally narrowed it down to a few places that seemed like good candidates. We split up and started looking. I was the lucky winner, the one who knows the least about this stuff, but I'm hoping you can help me fix that.
It's unfortunate Master Nostoral didn't get to it first. His expertise would mean a lot less wasted time.
The old man did say there was somebody here who could help. A scientist? Someone he met last time he visited?
Dr. Ogrob?
That's him.
Let's see if he can help us. But be ready for questions. He's going to want to know every detail about the place where you found this.
Come on. How bad can he be?
As you wish. Not now, Sahar.
Just try. I know you have it in you.
That's not what your precious Jedi said.
It's what I'm saying.
Enough! I found my way without your sorcery. Hedda cut my slave collar with this. She gave me a choice. Die, or fight back. I fought, and I excelled, Sahar. The day I became a Mandalorian, I knew I found my home.
I hoped you would find success. You always had fire.
I had little choice. Some earn what they have. Some are given everything.
And some lose it all.
You dare speak to me about suffering?
Even the best armor has flaws. Spaces between plates of Beskar steel where blood can be drawn. The events of Runuk have shown me our flaws. I planned for Shevisla to find us. She did. I challenged her and was nearly defeated. An outcome that was not expected. How could my plans so miss the mark? I asked myself. I looked and finally found my answer. Someone doesn't honor their agreements. Someone values credits over their own life.
Hey now! What's going on here?
Bast's son. With the right guidance, I had hoped your kind would be worthy of our cause.
Yeah, of course! That's always been the plan!
I learned that you used your pretty machines in the duel on Runuk. No doubt why Shay fared as well as she did.
What? No! It was the other way around. I wanted you to win. You beat Shay, we do this war thing, we all get rich!
So you used your machine on Shay, and she still bested me.
Yes! No, I'm not saying that. Okay, let me explain!
No need. Darmanda is our enemy. Because of him, we lost Runuk. Because of me, we gained a great deal more. Sahar, can you come up here? This one brought me something taken from the clutches of Darth Malgus. Something so powerful both the Sith and the Jedi race across the galaxy to claim it. With Sahar's help, we can unlock its secrets.
I told you, Hedda. We shouldn't do this. It's not safe.
You're right. It's never safe to change a galaxy. Never easy to fight corruption and hypocrisy. But your brother said you would face anything to restore balance. Each of you will gather the resources needed to make my vision a reality. You will have your assignments, but none will know the whole plan except myself and Sahar. At long last, we will take back what is ours.
So, I heard you ran into Sahar. Is she alright? Can't believe she's gotten herself mixed up in all that Mandalorian business.
She is not as innocent as you pretend. She let Darth Nul's holocron fall into Hedda Call's hands, even though she had the opportunity to give it to me.
That's not like Sahar at all. There's gotta be a reason. Maybe something to do with her brother? You know, I barely even remember her mentioning a brother on Ossus. Now he's got her turning her back on us.
Over here! I do believe I've found something. But first, you must tell me more about this containment device you encountered. What did it look like? How did it work?
I didn't get a chance to look closely at it or anything. I just know it was some kind of trap and that relic was in it.
Stop pestering her. We've wasted enough time as it is.
Sorry.
Can you tell us anything about what Tao found?
Indeed I can. From the results, I can say with certainty that what you found is the remnant of a lightsaber. But there is more to the story.
I've sent some of my best people to search for something substantial about Darth Nul's history and have heard nothing. Then this is just dropped into my lap.
The answers we need do not always come when we want them. My equipment also found microscopic fragments of the lightsaber's power source. By all indications, the crystal used to construct the weapon originated in the Adika system.
That's where Ossus is. Jedi get crystals from the Adika system to build their lightsabers. We have for hundreds of years.
So why did Darth Nul have a lightsaber that was built like a Jedi's?
A very pertinent question.
Well, she was helping the Emperor control people through the Force, right? I'll bet she used those crystals in some horrible machine that hunted down Jedi and turned them into children of the Emperor.
What else could she have built with them?
In theory, the possibilities are limitless from all she seemed to know. Someone who does not shy away from knowledge, no matter its source, in order to create, to expand their awareness. It is admirable.
Null was controlling people's minds. Let's not pin any medals on her just yet. What do you think about talking to Malgus again? You've got something up your sleeve you didn't have last time.
I can't shake the feeling that Malgus doesn't know Darth Nul as well as he thinks he does. There's only one way to find out.
I do not envy you having to attempt any sort of communication with that ill-tempered brute.
If we're finished here, I have places to be.
The chat you had with Dr. Ogorov paints a better picture of what Malgus may have been up to. Darth Nul's work on mind control says a lot, but combining Sith and Jedi toys? That's big news. Malgus following in the footsteps of someone with Jedi connections is a plot twist I wasn't expecting. Never mind Hedda Cole getting her hands on Darth Nul's holocron.
Do we know what's on there?
We don't, but we need to assume that whoever holds that holocron holds the advantage. Malgus has the information we need, but he isn't talking. We're not running blind, however. What we learned about Darth Nul's Jedi influence does give us something to go on, though admittedly not much.
Heads up. Looks like we have a special guest.
Tell these droids to get out of my way. I need to speak to Malgus.
They answer only to the Supreme Chancellor and cannot be overridden, Shay.
Some higher-up is all sweaty about my past contracts with Malgus. They've got no understanding of how those things work.
One of those contracts was destroying the defense grid on Coruscant during an Imperial invasion.
I was there to do a job. I did it and moved on. You should understand that. You and I have an understanding, but I owe no loyalty to the Republic or to the Empire, Malgus included.
Perhaps, but permission to interrogate the prisoner is restricted to a select few.
I'm going to find out if he's working with Hedda, with or without permission.
This is not the place to start a fight.
I don't start fights. I end them. I need you to trust me, like back on Runic. So, what's it gonna be?
You're not going in there. That's final.
Think about it. I'm the only one here who knows him. I get how he thinks, how he twists everything around, what's really important to him. I can make this happen.
Doesn't change the fact that Shay isn't on the VIP list.
Then put me on comms.
Comms? To listen in?
I don't like it. Any contact with Malgus is dangerous.
You're right, but I survived by his side longer than most. If you listen to me, we can trip him up.
This is a terrible risk, but time is short. We need something new to provoke Malgus.
If it helps, we'll be in full control. Something feels off. We shut everything down.
The moment you cease being useful, you're cut off. Is that clear? She doesn't move from this spot.
Bottom line, threats are useless against Malgus. He fears nothing. You keep talking about putting an end to what he wants, and we'll get nowhere. Make him think you understand. That's the key to getting anything out of him.
Still sitting on the throne of defeat.
I told you he won't respond to that. Get him to think you're on his side.
If you continue this behavior, your time here will be unpleasant.
You're losing our only chance to ask about Hedda.
I've had enough of your games. Tell me something I can use, or face the consequences.
There is nothing you can do that I haven't already suffered tenfold by my own ignorance. The Emperor kept the Sith distracted with petty squabbles, while he hoarded true power. Your kind are no better. Caging the Force within those few they deem worthy. I will tear apart the corrupt systems that allow weakness to infect the galaxy. I will stop the rot. I will burn down all of their failing legacies and see who embraces the flame.
More of his mystical oath-sick. What about the holocron? Does Hedda have something she can use against my people?
Who whispers in your ear? Shay Vizsla. Your thoughts are plain to me, Mandalore the Avenger. Your rage consumes you. There was a battle, and your prey slipped through your fingers. Your people are divided, while Heta Kol gathers her army. You are right to come begging for answers. Heta will destroy you.
Where is she? Dinila Hutun! Answer me!
Can you not see it? The past looms over us all, a shadow of unchanging history. There are fools who believe they can outrun the shadow. Without a flame to chase it away, it will consume them. They are doomed to repeat the same failures. None who have stood by my side have understood this. The only one who could have is my enemy. A shame that you and I must remain that way.
Nothing lasts forever.
Greetings. I'm relieved you answered. I must make an unusual request.
What's going on? Is everything all right?
Yes. For the moment, I have been summoned by the three. What they had to say has left me disquieted. Meet me at these coordinates on Voss, and I will explain in greater detail.
You should have reported back to Odessen if your mission was complete. I needed you to help identify one of Darth Nul's relics, and you were nowhere to be found.
I apologize, but I could not have ignored an invitation from the three.
Then what you have to say better be important.
Your apprehension is understandable, even expected. But this is important. I will await your arrival.
Voss. Well, at least it's nice this time of year.
We have enough mysteries to contend with without getting the Voss involved. They're not exactly known for being straightforward. Sana Ray sounded unlike herself. I do hope whatever she has to tell you isn't too troubling.
You're here. Sana Ray hoped you would come quickly.
Harkin. I wasn't expecting to see you. Welcome back.
Thank you. I am glad to have returned. With something useful, I hope.
Sana Ray didn't tell me you'd be here. You caught me off guard.
I am sure it slipped her mind. She has been speaking to some other Voss about something, and she has seemed unsettled.
You have arrived. Good. I have been waiting to show you this. When we first uncovered the existence of Darth Nul, I could not imagine that tracing the origins of one of her relics would lead here. The strange ruins Arkin found on the planet in wild space. They were resistant to his presence for a reason.
But together we found something.
What you are about to see. Darth Nul possessed a talent that was unique among her kind. Through the Force, she could connect her mind to another's. Darth Nul could speak to someone's most hidden desires, reach depths of their thoughts they could not reach themselves. Over great distances, she could mentally bond with anyone who could feel the Force. In those who did not recognize their own abilities, she awakened that realization.
Sharing this knowledge was unacceptable to those around Darth Nul. She was ostracized, friendless.
Darth Nul took those who would follow her to an empty world in wild space, where they could do as they pleased, without judgment. Nul taught her disciples how to forge mental bonds as she did. They called out to others and invited them to their sanctuary.
But Darth Nul was careless. She made contact with someone she shouldn't have. The Sith Emperor, as he was then. He took advantage of her mistake. He ruthlessly pursued her.
Before the Emperor could reach her followers, Null locked many of their secrets away in the ruins Arkan found. Null and the others fought back against their captors, but their fate was sealed. The Emperor dominated the minds of her disciples, bent them to his will, enslaved them. After that day, Null's followers became servants of the Emperor, and she became Darth Null.
There was no one to help them. Why were they so alone?
They chose to be. They severed all connections to their past when they were expelled from the Jedi Order.
How can we claim to be defenders of peace if we so readily abandon our own to such a fate?
I do not have much to say about how the Jedi conduct themselves. Voss also live by rules that many outsiders consider inflexible. The account of Darth Null's removal from the Jedi is told from her own perspective. We do not know much about what transpired before that, other than what she was called, Master Renaya.
Malgus knows about Master Renaya, and everything else about Darth Null's past. I'm sure of it. We're chasing shadows and making fools out of ourselves.
But now the truth has come to light. If Malgus wanted to hide it forever, he failed.
All that you found about Darth Null, why did I have to come to Voss to hear it?
After I heeded the Three's request to return to Voss, I heard whisperings. Rumors of a vision that caused great concern among the mystics. The Three forbade them to speak about what was seen. A revelation centered on Darth Malgus.
I am not a mystic, and your laws don't apply to me. I want the Three to tell me about this vision.
It will not be as simple as that. The Three know well the value you would place on hearing the details of this vision. But they would never share them with an outsider, even one of your status, unless you gave them a reason to.
I saved this planet from the brink of total destruction. Isn't that enough?
For some, yes. But we must sway those who believe you brought Valen's attack upon Voss.
My sister nearly destroyed this world because of me. I should be the one to make amends.
From the damage she caused, there may be a way. Despite our best efforts, some of our most sacred temples have yet to be rebuilt in the years since Valen's assault. The Shrine of Contemplation is too deep within Gormak lands. The work is slow, even with aid from the few Gormak who have chosen to continue their alliance with the Voss. The Three are overseeing progress at the Shrine of Contemplation now. If you were to approach them and offer your assistance, perhaps you will change their minds about the vision. With luck, they will be receptive to one with your gracious reputation.
If I get the slightest sense that the Three will not cooperate with me, I will leave.
A fair proposition.
I'd like to speak with you for a moment, before you depart.
Here are the coordinates for the Shrine of Contemplation. I will send a message ahead to the commandos there to expect your arrival.
You wanted to speak to me about something?
All this talk of visions, it reminded me. Something strange happened while I was away. As I searched Darth Maul's ruins, every step I took felt so familiar. Like I had been there before.
If you'd been there before, wouldn't you have noticed it sooner?
It was confusing, distressingly so. I was so certain I had stood on the surface of that empty world, even though I could not remember when or why. I spoke with Sonoray about this sense of familiarity. It didn't take long before she understood what I was feeling. I was there, in those ruins, once before, during the ritual in the Shrine of Healing.
How is that possible?
I am unsure. This realization awakened other memories of what I saw while the Voss healed me. I believed they were dreams at the time, but Sonore believes otherwise. She says they were visions.
Why do you sound so concerned? Something like this isn't beyond your abilities.
This was different. In the ritual, the mystics infuse part of their spirit with yours. It is not uncommon for a mystic's gifts to be shared with the one they are cleansing. They open my mind to unreachable distances. The past. What may happen. What never will. In truth, it is all still a blur. It was as if I lived decades in the span of hours. I saw centuries worth of horrors committed by my father. I felt the rage and the cruelty born of my desperation to please him. The suffering and the devastation I caused, it was all made plain to me. When I learned what my father had done in Darth Maul's ruins, old fears resurfaced. I was afraid I saw those ruins because I was doomed to follow in his footsteps. But there were visions of hope as well, of serving a greater purpose. I saw the work I could do, how I could dedicate myself to atonement. Like helping you stop Darth Malgus. Reliving that vision, it reminded me that I have far to go before I can be forgiven for all that I inflicted upon others. If that is even possible. But I am moving in the right direction.
I don't know if you can absolve yourself of all that you did. There will always be reminders of the pain.
I know. I will never expect forgiveness, or even acceptance from anyone I have hurt, but I will cherish any that is offered. I don't think I could have ever seen things in this light without your help. There will never be enough I can do to thank you.
Outsider, you received my message. I apologize if I appear unwelcoming. I am not accustomed to seeking help from your kind. I am left with little choice. 2 mystics and a team of Voss commandos are missing. They are in my charge. I must find them. They wanted to contribute to the reconstruction efforts, but the Shrine Restoration Initiative did not respond to their request. Their lack of attention is the cause of this situation. Until they see this, more will be lost. The initiative is slow to act. The mystics asked to begin work on the Shrine of Silence. They were ignored. They did not wish to wait for approval and disappeared in the ruins of the shrine. They have not returned. I have asked other commandos to help me find the missing. They refuse. They say the Shrine of Silence is cursed. That is why you are best suited for this task. You are not affected by what we Voss fear. You can guide the missing Voss out of the Shrine of Silence. That will be difficult, with so little time left. Please reconsider. You return. No one else has offered assistance. You must hurry and find the missing Voss. Your concern is appreciated, but unnecessary. They are alive. I know it. They have to be. Go to the Shrine of Silence. You will see.
Greetings. I am Maton Jah. This is Kodum. Sonore sent word that you would be joining us. You keep the company of strange associates. I wonder, is it a testament to your character? Together, we, the Shrine Restoration Initiative, have rebuilt much of the damage inflicted during the Eternal Empire's attack. Many shrines in the vicinity of Voss-Ka are fully restored.
Why hetriole? Then for Vutagan Achnan Choktonte, Vebegor Nesafun.
We understand that you hope for an audience with the three. They are here, but wholly consumed with seeing us expedite our work on the Shrine of Contemplation. Should you help us arrive at our goal?
Tran vienmongi ho vabaka vihutroi quatu fulam. Mostran viti mi kukonwa. Quantai lappa uat naudan pirokotova. Kumniku wai bam lui chotai fai lai angkor sun ei lam sayo.
They have lost control of the excavation droids. That is troubling.
Huavaska, bam ki ngungham trongwan lao, the chow troksha.
Wait. Before one enters the Shrine of Judgment, one must be cleansed. The workers perform this ritual before entering the shrine. The outsider must do the same. The outsider will prevent any harm from coming to them. But unless the ritual is performed, desecration of the shrine is assured. To ignore their call for help would be the greater sin. I cannot force you to do the cleansing ritual, outsider, especially in this urgent situation. But should you choose to honor the customs of Voss, go to the Altar of Clarity, at the edge of the settlement. I will guide you through the ritual.
Tran vienmongi ho vabaka vihutroi quatu fulam. Wa mingwang kam jiwan kwa magilan va. Ne so fundi ko nagane va ak nagnan imatan. Huavaska bam ki ngungham trongwan lao the chow troksha. Wai baklam vika tombei te. Nigo wai that wai chakaman. Kumongi wai he triole. Kumniku wai bam lui chotai fai lai angkor sun ei lam sayo. Nigo wai that wai chakaman. Kumongi wai he triole. Kumniku wai bam lui chotai fai lai angkor sun ei lam sayo. Huavaska, bam ki ngungham trongwan lao, the chow troksha. Ne so fundi ko nagane va ak nagnan imatan. Nigoya kutobon, kum matfa twang kan voyamang. Kum niku wai bam lui chotai fai lai angkor sun ei lam sayo. Ang pak kinoto minfu. Drojin tranghan. Lambo mongbon tulran kati kumin mo ko nambang. O kung sa bam doting namani haulay mayay. Kontray kwa vai tram namaya chong dito. Huavaska bam ki ngungham trongwan lao the chow troksha. Ne so fundi ko nagane va ak nagnan imatan. Then for vutagan achnan choktonte, vebegor ne so fun. Kumniku wai bam lui chotai fai lai angkor sun ei lam sayo. Then for vutagan achnan choktonte, vebegor ne so fun. Go wai that wai chakaman. Kumongi wai he triole. Den förvutakan ahnan choktontai, vedegor nesafon. Den förvutakan ahnan choktontai, vedegor nesafon. Nesafon de konganeva eak ahnan nimatan. Huawaska, pamkin gungham tromwan lao, de chao troksha. Vì nó bọn đi ngược tăng mù vì cô vội đạp hoài cho con rằng con đi vội hệ trêu lệ nê số phân địa cô nó đòi nê và đây là các anh nạn đi mà tàn quay tạc làm việc cũng thông bày thế Hùa Vaska bám kỳ nó cũng không trong hoàn lao để cháu trọc ra vì cô vội đạp hoài cho con rằng con đi vội hệ trêu lệ Den förvutakan ahnan choktontai, vedegor nesafon. Undin tranvindum va lengirich mung kumodiwa. Kumniku wai ban lui chotai fai lai ancor sun ei lam sayo. O kung sa ba boting naman ni halay may. Ne so fundi ko nagane va ay at nagnanimatan. Ni ko word at why chakaran. Kung ni why ay triolay. Kiramog, vandaling ruva den oirin. Den förvutakan ahnan choktontai, vedegor nesafon. Vid no what dingo tangmu, vedelen tang korkati lavat.
Eyes on the floor. Do you hear me? We can't have you running around messing things up.
Kontrai kua vaitram namaya chongdito.
What did I just say about not moving? Stay put. It's for your own good. Heads up, we got an intruder!
Den förvutakan ahnan choktontai, vedegor nesafon. Vi går word at why chakaran. Kongi why hey triolay.
Lumbo muambun tuturulan katehe kumni mu konamvan. Kumnue jiwai vam lui chao tapai luengor senao lam la sao.
Kumniku why bam lui chotai fai lai ancor sun ei lam sayo. Ne so fundi ko nagane va ei ak nagnanimatan. Vi går word at why chakaran. Kongi why hey triolay. Kumniku why bam lui chotai fai lai ancor sun ei lam sayo. Ne so fundi ko nagane va ei ak nagnanimatan. Den förvutakan ahnan choktontai, vedegor nesafon. Ambo mongbon tulan kati, kumimu ko nambam. Vi går word at why chakaran. Kongi why hey triolay. Den förvutakan ahnan choktontai, vedegor nesafon. Kiro lohem kwang chabat. Egoti kon diptuvos kaglor. Dinkai trebenkoi na tintekam.
We had no warning to give. It is absurd to think we knew anything and failed to inform you. This is our home, as much as it is yours.
Kwai kong ni bao li ching tong doro ngao. Den förvutakan ahnan choktontai, Vebegor Nesafun.
There is a considerable amount of Gormak technology in this. How did the invaders come to possess this? Kodam, choose your words carefully. What do you know about this? And yet I had to discover the truth from the outsider. An outsider is reminding us of what we should already know. We have come so far, Kodam. Let us continue. Our researchers will study this device, and divine its purpose. Doing so will allow us to track the invaders, and avoid unnecessary destruction. Your actions have given us leverage in this fight, but the harm done has been extensive. Our work in the Shrine of Contemplation was already behind. Zerka's presence has thrown the reconstruction into chaos. Some damage can be repaired. But if we cannot complete the restoration, it will leave a lasting scar. Until the work has resumed, the three will not turn their attention to you. You have proven to be more than capable for such a task. Let our people do their work, and we minimize battle in our most sacred places. Perhaps this is hard for an outsider to understand. You were born with the ability to wield the Force. You were trained by another. You learned how to control it, how to use it. It is now a natural extension of who you are, just as it is a natural extension of my people. Now, imagine you are part of a society that works to hone your abilities to a greater purpose. Our shrines are built for this singular purpose. But now those shrines, built over generations, are destroyed, reduced to rubble by the Eternal Empire. In that moment, it was as if our eyes were shut. We were cut off from our purpose. We do not restore buildings. We ignite our purpose once more. Until we find that light again, everything else, the invaders, the truce, the relics, is secondary. Perhaps. But as I said, we cannot risk chaos in the tunnels because of a random search. Never fear. There is much to be done. We need help in ways other than stopping the invaders. Offer your skills, and the three will notice. Do you understand? The importance of what they do cannot be understated. Now, I must update the three on the situation. They will be most disappointed to learn how the invaders obtain the devices we are researching.
What happened? Where are they? Temsu and the others. Dead. They are all gone. Because of me. It is if I killed them myself. I should have stopped them. I should have followed them when they would not listen. I should not have waited to find them. So many chances to do the right thing. And I failed them all. Any lessons I learned from this are meaningless now. Temsu. He was everything I did not expect in a son. Contemplative, cautious. I wanted a fearless child. He could sense my disappointment. He followed the others into the Shrine of Silence to show me I was wrong. I was proud. I did not stop him. The Shrine Restoration Initiative is to blame for the death of Temsu, Radaki, and the others as much as I am. I will not accept their judgment, but I must be punished for what I did to my own child. Your words are meaningless. I will find a way to make amends. I will go to an outpost in the Nightmare Lands. If I can spare another commando from meeting the same fate as my son, I will gladly take their place. Your service has come to an end, outsider. Your efforts are appreciated. We would do well to be more accepting of your kind. As long as we turn our backs on the unknown, the unfamiliar, we will be met with sorrow.
You have our sincere thanks. As to our ongoing Zerka problem, our researchers have some information on the device you recovered. They confirm the purpose of the device, to locate objects touched by the Force. Perhaps this explains why you sensed something strange about it. Why would an arms dealer like Zerka hire mercenaries to find these items? Why risk war for a remote chance of finding something they cannot use? Once we became aware of what the device can do, we feared what Zerka might find in the depths of the Shrine of Contemplation. You should begin your search for the invaders there. Stop Zerka, and bring anything you find back to us. We have no time to play these games. In testing the device, we discovered things in the shrine that should be kept away from Zerka. Nothing that you are not already aware of. Do this for us, and your audience with the three will be secured.
You do good work. How you handled my incompetent colleagues back there. Beautiful. It will save me a lot of paperwork when I report back to Zerka. Oh, I knew this would get uncomfortable. I mean, we are professionals with opposing objectives. So let's get right to business, shall we? The Voss keeps all kinds of dangerous objects lying around. That's why we're both here, yes? We know some would make powerful weapons. In the right hands. The Gormak understand this. I do have to hand it to them. Their ways with technology are impressive. Second only to Zerka. They could turn the right artifact into a new balance of power. Temper? Surely you want to know the importance of what you've stumbled upon. What you have there is the prize. It's a record of the Jedi's influence on the ancient Voss. Normally, I don't need an armed escort to retrieve historical documents, but in the right hands, this one could severely undermine the truce. We get the Voss and Gormak fighting again. This world is open to Zerka operations, weapon sales. Oh, the possibilities are endless. Thank you. Such recognition from someone with your talents. How refreshing. Now, I do need to be on my way. So I'm going to hand this chat over to my good friends here. It's been a pleasure.
Where have you been?
Nei så fundi ko nagda neva ei akatnan ni matan. Trani den mo shekam bargot matin shong. 快恐你爆了惊动的人哦！你是分的个那个你va eak na ni matan. Huavaska, pamki na kungham trongwang lao the chow droksha. 你是分的个那个你va eak na ni matan. Kung ni ko wai bam lui cho tai fai lai angkor sun ei lam sayo. Dan foi futagan aknan chok tontei vebegor nesafun. Nesafun de ko naga neva eak nagnan ni matan. Ni go wai tap wai chakamran. Kongi wai he triole. Huavaska.
I look forward to hearing them. Kodum is right. You have done much to be commended for, outsider. The three have taken notice of the progress the initiative has regained. They know who deserves the credit for this accomplishment. What you've done here may seem insignificant when compared to your other accomplishments, but I assure you, you have left quite the mark on this project. Because I appreciate all of your tireless efforts, I am compelled to warn you. Through your decisions, you have given Kodum much power in the Shrine Restoration Initiative. I understand your reasoning for this. The three may not. You must prepare for this eventuality when you meet them.
It is time. The three have asked you to appear before them. I will not judge your decisions, but you cannot expect them to understand what you have done. Be prepared to face their displeasure. They are waiting for you now.
I'm getting the sense that the three aren't happy with you.
It is not that. There are unresolved questions.
What are you talking about?
When the Eternal Empire threatened the galaxy, my presence in your alliance was understandable. But much has changed. The Outsiders' wars no longer concern Voss. We have our own struggles. The three want to know why I do not return and continue my duties as a mystic. After I joined the Alliance, I no longer had access to interpreters who could derive meaning from my visions. For the first time, my actions were determined by my own decisions, and a Voss who chooses to remain with outsiders is a Voss who is forever looked upon with doubt.
Your place won't always be guaranteed. If something happens, don't blame me when the Voss won't take you back.
The choices I have made are mine, and I do not regret them. You have given me the opportunity to lead, to help others face uncertainty. That is a greater purpose than I ever found as a mystic. I have kept you too long. The three will be wondering what has delayed you.
Outsider, do you understand the importance of this meeting?
We really don't need all the fanfare and ceremony. Just give me the information I need.
After everything you have done here, Outsider, you are in no position to make demands of the three. If we thought it could remedy our troubling circumstances, we would have had you removed from Voss. But we hope that after hearing what we have to say, you may consider your actions more carefully.
There has been a vision. Its contents are disturbing.
Life will be reshaped. Scales unbalanced.
A wave of change rises and falls, beyond the reach of Darth Malgus.
And as he dreams, he awakens a great power. One that will tear the galaxy apart.
Pretty words, but I was hoping for something I could use against Malgus.
It is always useful to be prepared. That is the gift we offer you.
Should Darth Malgus perish, this catastrophe will transpire more quickly.
There's something you're not telling me.
We have no reason to lie.
Then what can I do? Why tell me any of this?
You are familiar with the visions experienced by our mystics. The role these prophecies play?
I don't listen to prophecies. I make my own way.
That is what concerns us.
The mystics experience visions, the unfailing beacons of truth our people follow.
And from these revelations, the interpreters show us the path, the decisions we must make to preserve our home, our way of life.
But in this vision, we see no outcome. There is nothing to guide us. The interpreters are united in its meaning.
The three, the Voss. We can do nothing. We are powerless.
This shrouded prophecy will come to pass. The foundations will be shaken, the pillars raised. The chaos is unavoidable. But whatever is to come from this, it is you who will choose the fate of us all.
Our destiny is in the hands of an outsider. Do you see why we shield our people from this?
I'm tired of being responsible for the consequences of every decision.
You can fight against destiny, but it is inescapable.
Whatever part you play in this, enemy or ally, none of it will happen without you. You must be ready. We will be waiting.